are here at the Black Men for Bernie rally right back there. And today we are in front of this truck that was used in the Bernie March that this gentleman built. We have this little Bernie head right here. He's got a Bernie costume, full-bodied Bernie costume they were using. So this was in the Bernie Philly March yesterday. Can you tell us a little your name and a little bit about yourself?
My name is Billy Taylor. I'm from Philadelphia, PA. I belong to the Philly Movement for Bernie, Socialist Alternative. I'm active in the anonymous community, and I organize a number of events around Philly, as well as nationally.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not. So, okay, so can you tell us when did you discover Bernie and what do you like about him?
I discovered Bernie about a year ago. What I liked with him, I was heavy in the anonymous community, and I think as far as being an activist in general, he just spoke to me. I don't view him as a presidential candidate. I view him as an activist.
Okay. And what do you like about him?
What he stands for. I mean, regardless of his platform or his policies in general, he just fights for what's best for we the people. And I think that's what's most important. Wherever the main thing is, I think the corruption, no matter what side of the fence you sit on, Democrat, Republican, Green, we'll never have laws passed in our favor if their pockets are constantly being lined. And he's the one candidate not only to call it out and fight the corruption, but he's telling people who, what, when, where, why. Meaning it's come from this person, it's getting into their hands this way, and it's going to this person. So he's educated the masses on a number that really I've never seen done.
So is that what helps you understand that, or believe that he's not just someone that says these things, but once he gets into office, he won't necessarily do it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think it takes more than just him. I think it takes we the people. It takes a movement. And I think that's a match he set underneath a lot of people's bumps to get more involved and join this movement.
And specifically, what do you see happening as far as people getting involved once he gets elected?
Nice band.
Again, I mean, the things that we're doing now as Bernie supporters, just to continue that drive and don't lose hope. The petitions, the rallies, the marches, reaching out, the phone calls to politicians, the letters, emails. It's things that, Bernie's been prepping us to do this the entire time. From his, run, he's also taught us how to run on our own without big money. The grassroots movement's a big part of that. He's shown that we, the people, have the power, and he's kind of given it back into our hands.
How is this different than Obama? He sort of was the same kind of stuff.
Obama's establishment president. He ran, he promised change. I mean, he changed moderate things, but he didn't do it to the people's likings. He preached to be one thing, he went in and he was a completely another person. The only thing I can say about Obama, I mean, don't get it wrong, in my opinion, stats show he's probably top 5 presidents of all time. I kind of agree with them, but that's establishment presidents. We're in a new age, a new era, a new generation. We want a new type of president that fits these times.
You say he's an establishment president. What does that mean to you?
Essentially, his pockets are being lined just like every other politician. How can he vote in the interest of the people when there's people lining his pockets? Get the money out. That's the main thing, I think, out of all of it.
For me, Bernie Sanders is the only one talking about, not just talking about, but actually leading a movement to get money out of politics. I have never seen anyone do that.
Now, you can't say that. Trump stole a lot of Bernie's thunder and even some of his numbers by the rhetoric he preaches. He's also an anti-establishment candidate, but he doesn't have the information to back what he's saying. He says he wants to build a wall. It'll cost $10 million. It'll cost $8 million. Now it's up to like 32. If the specialists in the numbers, contractors have done the numbers, and he tells the people what they want to hear, and that's not good enough. It's like feeding your kids a Christmas story. I don't want that Christmas story. Wake up the next morning, it's over. This isn't supposed to be over the next morning. This is something to continue to keep fighting for.
And what is Bernie Sanders to contradict?
He actually offers the knowledge in the way of how to do this.
Okay. So what else? What are your plans from this point as far as the Bernie Sanders campaign is concerned? What are you doing with having done?
I guess the next question is, it all depends on the race itself and what happens, how the DNC treats him. The DNC is being hosted in Philadelphia as one of the organizers in Philadelphia. Of course, I hopped on the opportunity of it. So I think after the primary, the next phase would be the DNC. Keep an eye on the rest of the race to see how they treat Bernie for the rest of the ride.
How do you see it playing out?
Just having no trust for the government, knowing how the government is with the rigged electronic voting machines. I think they're going to suppress the vote, which they've been doing the whole time as much as possible. They start to see Bernie getting the lead. They're the masters of dirty tricks. We're playing their game, so really anything could happen. It's up to us to stop it.
Well, he is a little bit behind in Pennsylvania, but independents can't vote, can't register on the day of, so clearly the rules are not that much in his favor.
Well, that's what the rules are. The rules are meant to keep it out of his favor, to stop grassroots organizations from rising up above the establishment. That's why we the people need to unite. Stop this silly divide of activists or Bernie supporters or Democrat, Republican, Independent. We need to unite as one people. We all agree on the subject of corruption and politics. He's the only candidate that's saying, let's get the corruption out and actual offering the information to back it. And this is how we do it. It's silly. It's like I own a business and I hire the best man for the job. I don't care if you're black, white, green, purple. Are you the best man? And this silly thing of being a Republican, Democrat, I'm not voting because I'm Republican. Is he the best man? If you own a business, would you hire a person because of X, Y, Z? No, it's the best man for the job. And by far, he's the best suitable.
Doesn't seem like it's really much difference between Democrat and Republican.
No, it's absolutely not. It's a two-headed beast. The heads may go in different directions, but the food they eat feeds the same belly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly.
Hold on a second. It says reminder: Phil is parking.
Just,
oh.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. Well, really appreciate you. I appreciate all the work that you've been doing and this crew truck and what you've been contributing. And thanks for being with us.
Hey, no trouble at all.
Okay.
You asked what are we going to do from this point? I mean, from here on, I've canvassed. At this point, I'm coming down from Albany right now. New York. I came to Albany from Toledo, Ohio. Got there by way of Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've hit 8 states so far. Got California and New Jersey left. I think we'll go out California for 3 weeks of canvassing out there, door to door.
Nice. So when do you come back to New Jersey?
New Jersey and Cali vote the same day. They're going to be on the 7th of June.
Right.
And so I'll have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
I'm driving through Jersey on the way home, obviously. Probably through Jersey on my way to California.
Great. So what else have you been doing before this?
Canvassing in those 8 states ever since we voted early. We voted on the 9th of February back in New Hampshire. I promised my wife that once the 9th rolled by, that was it. She could have me back. Like I said, I drove to South Carolina, Virginia, Massachusetts.
So you're a genuine super volunteer.
Michigan. I just learned that name this morning. I didn't know there was a name for people like that, but yes, I'll take a name like that.
Hey, why not? You earned it.
Do absolutely everything I can for this man.
I have a feeling that all 3 of us are I mean, this truck doesn't do the title of super volunteer. So,
Right.
so yeah, I went to South Carolina for 5 days. I went to Ohio for 9 days. So I earned the title as well.
You got a man like Bernie. You got a candidate there. He's the only candidate that you can support and not have to defend him for something. There's nothing he does that needs to be defended. Some attack him for the socialism, man. Any self-respecting socialist walk right up to him, put their arm around him, and say, "Brother Bernie, you're not a damn socialist. You like your social programs. You want a little health care, you want a little education for our kids. That's good, man. We like that too, but you still ain't a damn socialist."
His record and his proposals are not pure socialism by any means.
That's a message people gotta hear.
It's a step.
Yeah, social
It's a step
programs.
It's a step closer to pure socialism from the incredible inequality that we have.
Oh, yeah.
But there's 1,000 steps before we get to pure socialism from what Bernie Sanders wants.
Far from, yeah. Thousands. I mean, he's a capitalist. He's a capitalist living in a capitalist country. He wants to take that capitalism and swing it to the point that that capitalism actually takes a little bit of care of its residents and citizens. Maybe add a little humanity to the equation.
Right.
Kind of
Be a fresh change.
disagree. The socialism part, we all pay taxes to get benefits from our government, and not to see those benefits go to corporate wealth. It's supposed to benefit the people, not the 1%. And I see his actions trying to take away the corporate benefits and give it back to the people. Our tax dollars pay for that. Corporations don't even pay taxes at the amount that we, the people, do. We bear taxes to get the benefits back from our government, not to give it to the rich. They already have benefits, the rich. They don't need it like we, the people, do.
They can deal with a gold-plated pool instead of a platinum-plated pool.
I think so. I don't even care for a dang pool. I'll settle for a hole in the ground. I'm happy.
So what Bernie Sanders wants is you can have the right to get rich, but I'm not going to let any of my citizens have to feed their kids dog food.
Amen.
So you can get as rich as you like, as long as every citizen has a minimally acceptable standard of living. That's what it's all about.
The opportunity to live with a living wage. Living wage.
No reason a person works 40 hours a week and can't provide a decent house, a roof over their family. And most people go, well, McDonald's, that's $15 an hour. What did they do to deserve that? You know what's funny? I hear about a maintenance guy at a hospital that makes $45 an hour that sits at a desk all day, and that's a great job. But if you go into McDonald's, those poor souls, they are non-stop flipping burgers, and people argue for a right for them to get $15 an hour to provide a roof over their head. They have no college education. Well, I'm a labor of business. I get paid for my muscles. You know, everybody makes money in different ways, but do not knock one person just because they're able to do this. Well, I make X amount. If you're a nurse, you deserve a raise too. Everybody deserves a raise. And that's the point. I mean, everything's costing more and our pay isn't going up. It's time for the inflation of people's pay.
Gentlemen, I really appreciate all your insight, and thanks for coming out and for everything that you've done for the campaign.
Appreciate all your work.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And your name is?
It'll be a trick. Greg.
Greg.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you both.
Cheers.
Thanks for all your work. All right, bye.